Hey, I'm Jerica, and this is my amateur cooking show. Okay, this is cut. The light. Can we do something about this? Hi, I'm Jerica, and this is my amateur cooking show. Super emphasis on the amateur. I am not a chef. I'm just trying to get you guys to cook a little bit more at home, you know? Anyways, today we're making this like ramen soup kind of thing. I don't know, I made it the other day and it was delicious and it looked so good and I got so many replies on Instagram, so I was like, why not? On my channel, I always try and keep things really easy and simple in real life because I know everybody's got stuff going on. You have your own families and work and school and you get caught up in the hustle and bustle and we end up eating really bad. And I just want to remind you that it's not that hard to just make yourself some good food every couple nights a week. Today, we have a couple more ingredients than normal. I usually try and do like 5 to 8 ingredients. Today we have like 10 to 12. So it's still not that bad. You can do it. I believe in you. Alright, ingredients. So, the bulk of our meal, we got rice noodles. These ones are instant, so they're thin. They cook like that, baby. They take no time at all. People meal prep with this too. I've seen people just put them in like glass mason jars with lids and all of the veggies and stuff that I'm going to show you today. And then whenever they're ready to eat it, they just add hot water to it. Simple, healthy, quick. I'm not even going to cook the noodles until like all of my other stuff is ready because they're that quick. You'll see. But you need rice noodles. Most important. And then really you get to pick the veggies. You get to pick what you actually want to go in it. I have spinach. I feel like not a lot of people see spinach like this because a lot of people just buy it in a bag. So yeah, this is like spinach leaves. I have green onion, or you can use regular onion, or don't put onion in it, whatever, to each their own. I have like the best ingredient in the world. I have garlic. My brain was just like not there. I'm sorry. I have a lime, a little bit of ginger. I liked putting potatoes in mine the other day. So I have these I like to buy like the big bags of the small potatoes and then just use the little potatoes as I need them. And then I use shrimp. You can also use chicken, whatever you like in your soup, or don't put anything in it. Use tofu. Whatever, make this how you like it. Just add whatever you want. The sauce is the important part. That's the part that I'm helping you with, So when I made it last time, I just used hot boiling water and then I added soy sauce and sesame oil. And then I like things a little spicy, so I also use sriracha. And then with all this other stuff, it made the most delicious soup. So we're gonna do that again. But instead of water today, I'm using a vegetable broth. Or you can use a chicken broth, or you can just use water. I'm giving you options, baby. Alright, let's cook. Any other pasta dish, you would start with the noodles. Like I said, these things are so thin. It's gonna be last minute, super last minute. So I'm gonna throw my shrimp in the oven. Kroger brand, baby. Ohio and West Coast. You could use, regular shrimp, chicken. I have some shredded chicken in there. I could use that instead. My roommate's vegetarian. I could do tofu for him, or just ixnay, the meat say. But I like crispy shrimp. So I preheat my oven really hot. I don't even care what the package says to preheat it to, because I like my shrimp crispy, and a hotter oven just gets it there faster. So that's not like culinary advice. I'm not a chef, if you will, I don't need no recipe. Okay, and you guys know me, I don't like doing dishes. I'm not the housewife. So I always just fold a piece of aluminum foil in half. And it works just as well as a tray. And then I'm not washing a tray. So yeah, push that into the oven and cook it for like 15 minutes. Probably less than that because that was really hot. I really need to get in the habit of wearing my hair up in these videos because that is proper food safety. I'm always just cooking my own meals and them too, but still, nobody wants to find my hair in their food. So we're gonna cut and prep these veggies. I'm gonna do a bird's eye view for it. And then we're gonna build our sauce. Easy peasy. Okay, I keep calling this a sauce when it is most definitely a soup base, so I apologize. Here I'm just going to mince up the garlic and the ginger, and then I'm going to slice the green onion thinly and separate the whites from the greens, because the whites will be used in the soup base and the greens will be used as a garnish after. Then I'm just going to cut up the potatoes very small because I want them to cook really quickly. And I'm just going to cut the ends off of the spinach and set it aside. If you really know and follow my life, you know I love sunset, and I'm filming this during sunset, so this is important. One ingredient I didn't mention is olive oil. So right now I'm gonna boil my potatoes. That's a good point. Thank you for reminding me. So yeah, like I mentioned, I cut them very small because I don't think potatoes should be huge if they're in soup. I don't think that's very enjoyable. I just like it for a little bit of different texture. And they cook a lot faster this way, so I just do, like a little bit less than half of a pan of hot water and really hot flame. And then I just let them boil for like, I don't know, less than 10 minutes. And if you're questioning it, just leave them in the soup a little bit longer because they'll cook in the soup broth, Don't forget to salt your water. Seasoning. Okay, so once the potatoes are to like a rapid boil, make sure you're taste testing them every once in a while because, again, you don't want them to go too soft. Perfect. Done. Hot. Didn't have the colander ready. What's new? I'm going to save some of this water because there's a little bit of starch in it. Yeah, no? Alright. Potatoes drained. Back to that ingredient we didn't mention before, olive oil. So we're just gonna reheat that same pan, literally just dump the potatoes out of it, and now I'm gonna cook it in. Now we're gonna build our soup in it. So I add a generous amount of olive oil. Generous. Definitely enough to coat the bottom. Enough to make like a little bit of a pool at the bottom. And then, yesterday I used a regular red onion when I made it. So I added the onion first because it could cook a little bit longer. Today I'm gonna add the ginger in first because I have this little bit more delicate green onion. So I'm gonna go ginger, just let that sizzle and get fragrant. And then we're only gonna add the ones we separated, the white, light green onions. The other ones are for garnish. Yeah, that sizzle. Garlic. My flame's too hot. Because you don't want to burn all this stuff too quickly. Oh, it already smells so good. Onions, ginger, and garlic, baby. Okay, so yeah, that was pretty much the bulk of it. That was the most exciting part. Since today I am using vegetable broth and it's not hot, I just used hot water last time. I'm gonna go ahead and add that in once my garlic and everything is cooked a little bit. And we're gonna build our soup. Oh yeah, I'm gonna use this water too. Just like every video I do, it's very important that you're making things to your taste. Say it with me. If you didn't like it, you wouldn't eat it. So put something in it that you like. If you don't know, like, this sesame oil is very strong on its own. It's a very pungent flavor, and most people don't like it. I don't even like it on its own. But when I mix it with a salty soy sauce and a hot sriracha, those flavors balance each other out. So if you're unsure, just trust me sometimes. If you don't like it, you have to remember that you can balance these flavors out. If you make it too hot, add a little bit more lime to balance that out. If it's too salty, add a pinch of sugar. Like, there's these little things that you can do to tweak these dishes that you think you ruin or you're afraid to try. I promise, you got this! Okay, so my garlic and my ginger and my onion is all cooked off, so I'm gonna add some vegetable stock. I'm using the veggie stock because my roommate's a vegetarian. Normally I would probably use chicken stock. Like I said, I made it with water before, so this is just adding a little bit of salt and flavor. Almost forgot about the shrimp. I like to flip them so they get a nice crisp, you know? So they're not like kind of soggy on one side. It's good to cut corners sometimes, people. I know some of you are like, wow, she didn't bread the shrimp herself. Like, yeah, I totally could have done that for you. Ow! If you want, I will. I'll make another video. I'll do it. But, I'm just saying, like, these are, it's like $5 for a box of them, or like $11 for the whole bag. And this isn't the only thing you can use it for, you know, you could just snack on some shrimp, or you could put them in spring rolls. Lots of things you can do with them. Stir fry. Right, so we have the vegetable broth hot. I'm adding in that potato water for extra flavor. Yeah, and then I'm gonna add, not like I said, this is a very strong flavor, sesame oil, and you can always add more. And it's a lot more difficult when you add too much. Does that make sense? So I just added a little bit, like half a tablespoon. Or, yeah, like half a tablespoon. And then usually about double the amount of soy sauce, because that's salt. Soy sauce is very salty. And then we're gonna cut the lime. Squeeze half the lime in there. Oh my gosh. Wow. Sometimes I love recording myself. Anyways. Alright, so I have it super hot. It's at like a really rapid boil. I'm just gonna get however much noodles I'm gonna make and toss them in there. These things are also kind of messy, so beware if you do, or if you've never worked with them before. They're gonna break apart and get all over your oven. There was probably an easier way to open this package, yes. My mother is probably screaming at the TV as she watches this. I have such a mess to clean up, oh my gosh. Whatever. Gets the job done. I'm home alone too, so it's not like anybody's gonna walk out to me looking crazy. Just also note, like I said, those noodles cook really fast, so you'll see them get soft in your soup. And you won't even need to worry about it. Make sure you're tasting it. Like I said before, you can balance out those flavors really easily with the stuff you have in front of you. You can need more salt, add more soy sauce. If you can't taste the sesame oil, add just a little bit more. And then add the sriracha to your taste too if you like it spicy. If you've never cooked with spinach before, it wilts very quickly. So once you add it to the hot water, it's just gonna do its thing and wither away. If you notice you don't have enough broth, add more. And then just re-season. It's crazy, I know, I'm sorry. Also a cheat, if you don't like cutting up garlic, or you feel like your dish needs more garlic, you can always use like these like canned minced garlics. Okay, so my shrimp are out of the oven, nice and crispy. Ow, my oven is still very much hot, and I just touched my leg on it. My broth tastes really good, and it's nice and hot. So you know what time it is, my favorite time. It's time to plate and show you all the beauty of food. Thank you all so much again for watching and sharing and liking all of my videos. It means so much to me, and I'm happy to share these recipes with you as I make them and find them and create them. Until next time, check me out on Instagram, NoRecipeChef. Bye!